So while I was in prayer time this morning with the Lord, the Holy Spirit gave me a verse that I think really encapsulates a lot of the previous messages that I've been preaching over the past couple weeks. So stay with me for a few minutes as I break this down. This is Luke 7:47. Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. So somebody who realizes the magnitude of their sin, what it cost God, what it cost them, what it cost the people around them, the sin that they were involved in. When that is forgiven, they turn around and they love more. Forgiveness hits different when you have totally gone off the deep end and you have done some horrible things. The strength and the joy of the Lord that overflows from this type of forgiveness can affect a whole generation and the world beyond. Because it's real, it's not just out of a duty to serve. It is literally coming from the deepest parts of your heart. From experience, I know for a fact that I don't deserve any of this. I don't even deserve life, but God loved me so much, even in my deepest, darkest sins, that He brought me out of that to give me real life. And that is why I show up as much as I can on all of my platforms. Doing this work for the Lord actually helps me so much. I can't even describe it to you. And that's why I am humbled and so grateful when people show up and watch and listen. I struggle on a daily basis and I don't have everything all together, but I'm standing in faith that God will use this to reach other people's lives. And one of my greatest prayers is that this ministry will spark a fire in some other people to go out and walk in their own ministry, how they are called by God. So if you have sinned a lot, do not worry. God has more forgiveness and grace than any sins that we can commit. And the ones that understand God's love are not going to want to go out and commit these sins anymore once they realize they are forgiven. The gospel of Jesus Christ cannot be earned. But how could you not go do all that you can out of gratitude for what He's done to tell other people and also to serve Him? Just like if a person came up to you and completely changed your life today, how could you not overflow with gratitude for what that person did? How much more gratitude could we have to God who saved our spirit and our souls to be in eternity with Him forever? So once we realize how great our sin was, and then we see how much greater God's love was, the only result from that can be good works. And the only way we can truly do good works is through God's Holy Spirit leading us here on the earth. So we throw off the yoke of guilt and shame and we take on His yoke, which is easy and light. His burden will get us through all the deepest and darkest sorrow and pain that we could ever face. This is exactly why some of the worst people before Christ, after meeting Him, do some of the greatest things for His kingdom, like Saul turning into Paul, because they realize how greatly they sinned against a holy, pure God. So don't you give up. You stay strong in the Lord, and I'll see you in the next video.